We have Yasuo on the left with Dimir, Hirofumi on the right with Temur. This should be fun. Mishra's Bobble happened. Scott says we should have an old school watch party. You know what? We're just not going to do that. I'm banned. All right, both players starting off with basic islands here, aware that the other player might have wastelands. I don't know if the player sat down knowing what the decks the other would be playing are, but I think they did. Did I say that right? Whatever. All right, here's Tamiyo on Yasuo's side. All right, Tamiyo gets dazed, it looks like. Maybe Tamiyo's going to survive this? Nope, Tamiyo's a goner. Dr. Pepper just gifted 5 subs. Thank you, Dr. Pepper. 15 now on the channel. Thank you, thank you. And a Dragon's Rage channeler gets dazed. All right, both players dazing the first turn creature. Well, it was second turn for Hirofumi. But that was a wasteland blowing up the vault. These players are tempoing like crazy right now. Who has more tempo? Dr. Pepper says, love the multiple streams per week. You know what? I couldn't do it without people like you, Dr. Pepper, so thank you. And I love being here, talking to my computer about Magic cards. That's a ponder for Yasu. Twitch chat says the tempo meter is off the charts right now. All right, now Hirofumi is cracking a Scalding Tarn. Getting that Volk. Counterbalance in the main. That resolves. That could be trouble. Mishra's Bobble takes a look. Looks like Kaito is sitting on top of the deck. That counterbalance is likely going to be really important in this game. If it could even catch 2 spells in the net, so to speak, it will be devastating for Yasu, potentially. This is an early counterbalance, too. It might catch a lot in the net. Wasteland from Yasu. Can't counter that. I mean, that's not bad. All right, Ponder. The things that will be more difficult to counter, though, on Yasu's side will be the ninjutsu'd Kaitos and the Murktides. So that's something to watch out for. At least with the counterbalance, obviously. All right, now a Delver getting the offense up and running after deploying the counterbalance successfully. Things are going pretty well here for the Temur team. Which side is the chat on, Temur or Dimir? Who are we rooting for, chat? People in the chat pointing out they appreciate we've had multiple streams these days. You know, the people in the chat with the badges, the people in our Discord with all kinds of colorful badges and whatevers, they're making it all possible. Thank you to all of our members on all the platforms we're on. Thank you. You pick up a badge, you get more 90s MTG. That's the deal we have. Here's Bowmaster. Bowmaster resolved to kill Delver. Ponder now into a Bowmaster. So far, the counterbalance count is 0, right? Yeah, the Bowmaster into Kaito potentially could invalidate this counterbalance. I agree with Darth here. This counterbalance might actually not be super important going forward if that happens. So Bowmaster 2/2 Orc Army for Yasu.
ダメージの前に回答を出します。合計5です。
All right, there's the Kaito we knew was coming. Things are looking pretty bad for Hirofumi now, I think. That was a big hit.
0を使います。2枚もトップで1枚ドローパス。
Seek the Beast on end step. I'm still such a fan of Questing Druid. Love this card. Finds a Delver and a Brainstorm. No on an adventure token. We're going to issue a ticket for that. Yasu tapped out. The Bowmaster's back in hand, so safe to Brainstorm here. Might as well. Kaito is going to be tough to beat. We've talked quite a bit over the past year or so. I mean, Duskmourn's not yet a year old, but we're getting close. About Kaito being potentially the best Planeswalker in Legacy these days, and the board we're seeing right now is a big reason why. And if the Temur player, in this case, gets some threats on the board to attack Kaito, the Dimir Tempo deck is packed with removal. It can stun with Kaito. Kaito protects itself quite well in this deck. Or is protected quite well. Alright, playing the Delver, now fetching. This is what Legacy players love, by the way. Brainstorm, fetch. Brainstorm, fetch. That's really the only reason we're here. Like, I bought this microphone and this camera, and we're recording these games, and you're watching this channel, because we all love Brainstorm Fetch. That is really the reason we are here, folks. All right, Murktide's not too bad, but again, the stun, removal, this Murktide might not do a whole lot. We'll see. Could also get countered right now. All right, sounds like Murktide is in. Questing Druid is on an adventure, by the way, in case anyone's confused. Counterbalance is in play. Questing Druid is on an adventure. I know it's a little confusing. Oh, there's the on the adventure token. Round of applause, everybody. Look at that. It showed up a little bit late, but wow. I can't wipe the smile off my face. I feel so happy right now. Here's Thoughtseize. Bolt Brainstorm. All right. Bolt might have been pretty good against the Planeswalker. That might be the choice here. Wow, takes Brainstorm. Okay. With Bowmaster in hand, I'm a little bit surprised by that. Let's see how this plays out. Okay, Bowmaster. It's going to kill the Delver, yeah. 3/3 Orc Army now. Now Kaito stun. Is that right?
2ターンターン。
Okay, just a refresher on stun. Murktide is stunned. Kaito and the Orc Army will attack. Orc Army is now a 3/3, so this is 6 damage coming in. A bolt on Kaito could potentially kill it here, but as Darth pointed out in the chat, that doesn't mean Hirofumi is in a great position. Have we seen any counterbalance flips, by the way? Unless... Alright, Questing Druid's getting cast here. Is it possible the counterbalance is getting forgotten about? I haven't really been watching that carefully. Maybe... did Hero know the top of the deck? Alright, Lightning Bolt. It's getting force pitching Murktide. Okay, so we had an answer for the Lightning Bolt. Yeah, I thought there was a fetch in there, but I couldn't really remember. So maybe Hirofumi did not know the top of the deck. Yeah, there was no counterbalance. I see the hand on counterbalance a moment ago. All right, well, that is game one.
大きな大会で、まだ席もあるし、
There is counterbalance 2 mana. Yeah. There's a chance though that Hero just felt a little bit way behind in that game. A little demoralized maybe. All right, moving on to game 2. Temur will have the play this time.
34名。ちょっと小さいです。はい。
Although I guess Temur had play in game 1 also. Yeah, whatever.
キープです。はい。お願いします。
All right, Multa 6 for Yasu, ready to go. Blue to Delta.
ボルカからのメールがある。はい。
Turn 1 Delver. All right. One of the good things these Delver decks can still do is get a 3-mana flyer on the board early and swing for the kill. It's a good plan. All right. Thoughtseize stayed in post sideboard, I guess. Delver, Red Blast, Wasteland, Mishra's Bauble, Murktide, as Royalty Ryan arrives in the chat. What does Thoughtseize want here? There was an opportunity for Hirofumi to Mishra's Bauble and set up the Delver flip. Unsure about why that wasn't attempted here. Maybe there are other plans. Murktide seems like the choice. Yeah, I agree with that. If this game goes a little bit longer, Murktide's the card we are most worried about. Very dependent on what's in Yasu's hand, I agree. So the Delver did flip. There's a Delver. A new one. Mishra's Bauble now. Well, 2 flip Delvers could be a problem for Yasu. That much is clear. If you've ever watched Legacy before, you know these Delvers can deliver a lot of damage very quickly. Yasuo's already at 15. You add Lightning Bolt into the equation off the top of the deck, and we have a quick game. Yasuo's deck, as I was mentioning earlier, though, is packed with removal. We're going to have to see how this goes.
Fetch.
Yeah, flip Delver into Wasteland. That's what these Delvers decks do best. It can be quite brutal. And that's like, you know, we joke a bit about tempo on these streams, but like you trip up your opponent with a Wasteland, and you need explosives on 1. Well, things are changing.
1です。
Things are changing very quickly here. Ouch.
エンドにガラクタで絶対
But anyway, you trip up your opponent with a Wasteland or a Daze, and then you swing with Delvers and you win the game. That's what these decks do.
あんまないからね。タップ切って先にどうぞ。で、バージ
All right, successfully flip that Delver into an Insectile Aberration. How long it's going to stick around, we'll see. Yasuo would need another land, don't forget. A Wasteland from Hirofumi here could be brutal. Doesn't look like we have it, though. Could brainstorm for it. If you're rooting for Temur here, you're probably rooting for a Wasteland. All right, swinging for 6. Yasu drops to 8. Now, if you're doing the math, surviving one more turn means potentially with a bolt. But if Yasu has another land, these Delvers are in trouble. Well, Yasu does not play the land. Ooh, Ponder. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I love this day. That is exactly the right play. Snap Daze. I agree, Darth. I was hoping Hero didn't throw away that Daze with the brainstorm. That is swinging. Yasu drops to 2. Bolt could end it.
Hey.
All right, we're going to game 3. Well done. That engineered explosives was scary though. Game 3. This is it, everybody. The big one. The championship of this round from FNM. Yeah, now we will see who, in fact, has the tempo, the power of tempo, and can harness it and wield it as a weapon. Let's get dramatic, everybody. Let's hype this up. Boring. Not make it boring. The gameplay we're watching right now, though, you know, I'm messing around with a lot of the stuff I'm saying, but this is the kind of gameplay that, at least for some people, has them fall in love with Legacy. It's low resource, mana denial, Daze, Wasteland stuff. Makes for great games. All right, Delver. Turn 1. This is what you're looking for if you're rooting for the Temur side. No signs of any Lurgoyfs yet from Yasu. We saw Kaito, obviously, earlier. All right, the Orcs are here. Delver gone. That's unfortunate. That changes the advantage in this game for sure. Okay, Delver, Wasteland you. We're still alive here. Bowmasters is so brutal though. Can't brainstorm. It hurts to ponder. Yes, you can though. That's the advantage of the Bowmaster right there. Obviously though, the Temur player can bolt the Bowmaster and be back up and running. These games can swing back and forth with, a single play. Both players far away from Murktides right now, but also a Murktide landing could matter. Also, post-sideboarding, we saw one in Hero's Hand a moment ago in the previous game. Red Blast, Pyroblast could be huge. Blowing up Kaitos, Tamios, Murktides. So there are some really powerful spells on the Temur side too. All right, those black removal spells. Fatal Push pushes the Delver into the graveyard. Goodbye. Both of Yasu's lands are basics this time, too. All right, there's the removal on Bowmaster. Leave the Scalding Turn for now. Bolt Bowmaster, no follow-up, though. Yasu has mana open. Got to be careful with the cantrips still. At least at this very moment. It's a 1/1 Orc army attacking. Darth making a great point here. During blocks, you can fetch, if you're Yasu, to see if the opponent will waste a lightning bolt on the Orc army because they're worried about Kaito. That's a heads-up play right there. I like that. Just fetch for no reason, just to bait them. That's a next-level play right there, Darth. Well done. All right, Bowmaster number 2. It will resolve. Hirofumi didn't even brainstorm in response, so card advantage-wise, I think Yasu has the advantage in this game so far. When you start to be so, into the format, right? Involved, experienced, that you start to come up with plays like I'll fetch during blocks to make them think I have Kaito, you know you've leveled up. All right, now Spellbomb fired off here, exiles the graveyard.
Kind of.
All right, another bolt kills a Bowmaster. Yasu still has 2 mana open. Could still be... Now, okay, what are the odds he has a third Bowmaster? Okay. Could still be risky to brainstorm here. Okay, Wasteland could change the equation on that.
Okay.
Dragon's Rage Channeler. It's going to take a little bit longer to find Delirium thanks to that Nile Spellbomb a moment ago. Now Wasteland. Gonna float a mana. Mechanic Island found. Yasu didn't respond by fetching and Bowmastering. I'm not sure if we're in the same phase. I hope we cleared the mana pool here. Okay, Brainstorm resolves. I was a little worried. It's a bit hard for me to follow what the players are saying. They are speaking Japanese, which is fine. I'm not sure if they said they changed phases or not. All right, fetching on Yasu's side. Harry says you're not fluent. No, not yet. It's nice to have goals, yeah. All right, Thoughtseize. We might get to see what Hirofumi is working with here. Is a 2/2 Arc Army up against... All right, so Bolt Questing Druid is revealed. I think... It so depends what's in Yasu's hand, but if Yasu's about to slam a Murktide here or something like that, we don't really care about the Bolt that much. Yasu's life total is also high enough that we're not super worried about Bolt right now. And the Dragon's Rage Channeler appears to be not delirious yet. Obviously, that can change quickly. Yeah, Baraglyph would absolutely be brutal here, but it's going to be Murktide Regent, folks. All right, 7/7 Murktide is in. Attacking with the 2/2 Orc Army. Yasu says, I dare you. I like this attack. This attack might have been a little bit better had we not yet cast the Murktide. Could break that down. Maybe make an argument for that, I guess. So let's see what happens with this lightning bolt. Is it pointed towards Yasu, or is it to surveil and try to flip on Delirium, or is it just gonna... Okay, so it's gonna just bolt the Orc Army directly. Surveil, leaves it there. Okay, that could be a good sign if you're cheering for Temur. Okay, Brainstorm, Surveil. Looking for answers to Murktide, right? All right, that didn't sound like a great reaction.
She might keep it.
All right, it was a Brainstorm, not a Ponder. The card found is Mishra's Bauble. All right, Surveil. We know the card on top. It's a land. Not the best.
OK。No, I lost. どうしますはい。And the losers bracket. With you.
There's a chance you want to draw off the Bauble before Yasu can draw Bowmaster. That might be overthinking it. Bauble's sticking around for now.
7でいきます。
7/7 attacking. Yeah, it makes sense to me to crack the Bauble on Hero's turn to draw on Yasu's upkeep, I think, but as Twitch chat pointed, did not use the Bauble. Maybe now going to try and turn on Delirium to block?
Basically a stop on my second yes. And I gave him
Another Mishra's Bauble is not very good. Mr. Arch saying, I thought Delirium to block was what we're going to do last turn. Yeah, I'm not sure what to make of the game plan here. Polluted Delta on top for Yasu, which is obviously not a big threat.
Yeah.
Bowmaster end step. Oh, that's... Ouch! There are 2 Bauble triggers about to happen. Well, that is the match. Yasu gets it. Well played. GG's. Dimir wins, everybody. Dimir wins. Speaking of Dimir, check these out. I thought these looked so cool. All right, don't do that ever again.
Oh, no. I've been told.
Oh, I'm playing Hermit? Oh, man.
Sure.
All right, Oops on the left, that would be Sam. Reanimator on the right, that would be David. Getting ready to go. Look at Sam's shirt, by the way. Very nice shirt.
EW or?
No.
Lord says, I thought Oops was 50% of the meta. Yeah, I think it's 60% of the meta now.
I'm traveling a lot this fall, so...
Last year I blew it off because of work. And I was like, this year I gotta don't make it a trend.
All right, players talking about their travel schedules. It's all very interesting. So, Oops versus a Reanimator. You know, the Twitch chat voted for this, I think, a little bit for the memes or something. Like, I know both decks are, I don't know, been called out as bad for the format or something over the last year or whatever. There's a lot of, like, the posting of the data. The Reanimator decks have a, 87% win rate, and the Oops decks are unbeatable, and everybody's playing Oops in the leagues, and all this stuff. There's a fetch in response to a Dark Ritual right now. But we're seeing, I was saying as the stream was getting started today, they're giving away a Taiga at FNM tonight. Our local scene is kind of booming right now. We have a lot of new faces showing up. You've seen them on our live streams. The Legacy Challenges and all the stuff on MTGO basically has the same amount of players as they always do. I just don't know if fun is something that they can, like, keep track of on a spreadsheet. All right, paying for days with Simian Spirit Guide. This game is getting hot. Brainstorm happening here. Fighting over a Dark Ritual. And no matter what the metagame looks like on a spreadsheet, I think people are having fun jamming Legacy, and I don't know. Maybe that's all that matters in the end. We'll see. Okay, Undercity Informer gets a scoop. Game 1 went to Oops. If you blinked, you missed it.
I like to play for no stakes. So.
Exactly. How do I have 6 lands in my hand?
I'm mulliganed enough today.
Mr. Art says Legacy is my favorite format. I hate it. You know what? You put it perfectly. You put it perfectly. One card on the bottom for David. Ready to go. David's on the play.
I don't have any either.
Okay, well, you can go first.
All right.
Yeah.
Turn 1 Ponder. That's not too threatening. And yeah, as I pointed out many times, there are people on social media, Legacy social media, you know, that have these tantrums and meltdowns in their postings about the kind of status of the Legacy format from their point of view. And then, you know, the next day they're posting like just 5-0 to League. You know, like you're still playing. So what's the problem? You're still playing a lot.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know what you're bringing.
But we're just going to move on. I'm not going to point that out any further.
Tap Bog and press you.
All right, that's the Boggart Bog coming in as a land. Scalding Tarn cracked here for David.
19?
Yep.
Too real, Hammy. Hammy says it's because winning means I'm good, losing means the format is unfair. Yeah.
I will cast Thoughtseize targeting.
All right, Thoughtseize, pretty good card for this matchup here. And part of the reason these Dimir decks are having a decent time picking apart the Oops decks. All right, this is an interesting hand. We have Undercity Informer and Goblin Charbelcher and Balustrade Spy and Cabal Therapy. The land will be chosen here. It was the what is it even called? It's one of the modal double phase lands. It's not super important. The Thassa's Oracle is also in hand, which could complicate things.
Good.
Yeah, I mean, from my point of view, like, you know, the format sucks right now, but I'm going to spend my entire Saturday playing an MTGO challenge. Like, those, it's not adding up. Here's Cabal Therapy. Thanks, Force of Will.
Tamio, Cling to Dust, and Murktide.
Tamio, Kling, Murktide is the rest of the hand. And an Agadim comes in as a land. And passing the turn.
Oh, now you can play Murktide Region.
Yep, which I'll play. It will be.
All right, Murktide will be a fast clock. There's Murktide. 7/7 Murktide. Looks like Sam needs mana now more than anything. Cling to Dust will be quite disruptive, potentially.
I'll swing first. Thank you. I'll cast Cling to Dust, targeting your Cabal Therapy, and draw a card.
Okay, get rid of the flashback card from the graveyard, the Cabal Therapy, with Cling to Dust. Get the text for Cling to Dust up on the screen. I apologize, David's like falling out of frame here a little bit. A little bit of a no playmat situation, maybe. There's a Tamio in hand you could see. Plus 3 other cards.
I don't know what the color is, right?
All right, another Boggart Bog. Going to pay 3 life for that. We have some mana. We're going to cast an Undercity Informer. Force of Will pitching, I believe, Tamio. Yeah, Tamio was pitched to Force.
Yes.
All right, had an answer to the first attempt here. Undercity Informer counter.
Draw a card.
Indeed.
I'll cast Reanimate, targeting your Undercity Informer.
Okay.
Okay, Reanimate on Undercity Informer. Things are about to get interesting.
Indeed. Always fun. Always a fun one to think about.
So, activating Undercity Informer can be devastating here, potentially, for Sam. We're going to have to see how this goes. It can also help Sam. You have to be careful with the timing.
Okay, I'll swing with this.
Go to 3.
Sam's going to drop to 3, running out of life. Won't be able to bolt in another modal double face land. Well, he can, but he'll lose the game.
I'll crack this.
I see Rainforest gets cracked here. What else do we got? Sam has 3 lands.
I'm going to Murktide, sacrifice this, have you
Sack Murktide to activate the Undercity Informer to mill the library.
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look for your.
Once you find the Narcomoeba,
Yeah, I'm just gonna look for your jack-o'-lantern thing. You have the jack-o'-lantern. Sure. Memory's journey. See, I got the Arco. I'm just gonna count something else.
Okay.
That's manual. Chris, how do you reset this?
Okay, a few key cards that David's looking out for here were Memory's Journey, Narcomoeba, and Jack-o'-lantern.
Oh, this button. Yeah.
Jack-o'-lantern's entered. There are no cards in Sam's library. Sam can change that with Memory's Journey, but we don't have a green mana right now. So let's see how this plays out.
There and the other stuff.
What are those?
Oh, the Jack-o'-lantern. Right. I just pointed that out and then I forgot. Jack-o'-lantern was in the graveyard, which is what David was looking for. So that made a green. You do have to pay a mana for that, so Sam should have paid for that. But Memory's Journey is getting flashback here. And we're going to put something in the library is what we're going to do. The thing is, though, David played this really well. David can activate Undercity Informer again by sacking itself. Let's see how this goes.
2 Lotus Petals.
Okay, sounds like 2 Lotus Petals are the choice here.
Okay, and then once that's your deck, I'll then build you again. Yeah. All right.
Okay, David did what I suggested, which is to mill the library after Memory's Journey resolves. There was a Narcomoeba stuck in hand, and well played by David. Well played.
It's nice to be able to play lands.
Trading in those Tinder walls for and lane grants for like real life.
Now, I don't know what goes on MTGO. I have no idea. But I will say this, and you can go through our channel and find Oops All Spells matches and leave comments to say you're wrong, Chris. This sucked. We've had Oops on stream here and there over the years, and it consistently provides on the stream a decent match. Like the gameplay, if you only watched our live streams, in my opinion, is not bad. Super anecdotal, not super important data point or whatever, but that's how I'm feeling. All right, so a Boggart Trawler got imprinted. Dark Rituals getting force pitching Tameo. Cruel Mox there. David has been playing this pretty well. Agadim comes in tapped.
Will play Delta and pass.
You pitched what to that?
I pitch a
Tameo?
top.
And draw.
Yeah, like game 1 of this match was not that interesting. I agree with Mr. Arch here. But overall, if you watched every minute of every stream we've ever had with an Oops deck on camera, it's been overall pretty good. In my opinion. It's made for some entertaining games. a little bit of too much of anything. You know, like you're not gonna you know, what's your favorite snack or dessert, right? You're not gonna eat let's say, I don't know, I'm just picking something random, chocolate pudding. You couldn't eat it like all day long every day if it's your favorite dessert, right? There's a little bit of that going on maybe.
Personally, I'll play Delta and Master.
And given the frequency of Oops stacks online, it can feel like eating chocolate pudding all the time. Maybe. I just made a really strange comparison, but I think I made my point. All right, there's the man. Why can't I think of what the F land is called? Anyway, Fellmire. There we go. It's Fell the Profane and Fellmire. I just blanked on it. All right, Undercity Informer. Yes, chat got it. Salty. All right, Brainstorm here. Undercity Informer is on the stack.
Pretty good. Oh, yeah.
There's a Chromox available to potentially pay for any dazes.
Force pitching days.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
Yep.
All right, Force Pitching Days.
I forget.
No results.
Undercity Informer is countered this time. So David's had the counter magic when he needed it. Countered that Dark Ritual on turn 1. Now Dalthy Voidwalker. That's going to be pretty good. What about Oops, chat?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
The illusionist and the nomad.
You can tell Sam's thinking by how he has his hands right now. That's Sam's thinking pose.
Yeah. Yep. Makes sense. I took out swords. Just go right. I mean, there are.
Thank you. I did. This is game 3. I forgot to update the score. Sorry about that. Thank you for pointing that out. Thanks for the help.
Cast Fall the Profane targeting Dalthy Voidwalker.
Okay, Fell the Profane this time has a different purpose. It's going to be trying to remove Dalthy Voidwalker. Daze. All right. Things are going pretty well for David here.
And Eternal Practice. You know about.
Yeah, David bought a wood grain playmat. David brought this table to the store.
Don't need you.
Okay, Surveil, don't need a swamp right now.
That's Brainstorm.
Brainstorm resolves. We're also seeing a little bit here how these Dimir Reanimator decks are pretty good against the Oops decks. David's had a lot of different kinds of interaction. And that's what you need against a deck like Oops. Yeah, David carried this table into the store. He carried it for 40 blocks.
Cast Reanimate targeting Undercity Informer.
All right, Reanimate an Undercity Informer. We saw what this is capable of doing in the previous game. Things going well for the Reanimator. Captain has arrived in the chat. Fist bump. That is the match. Sam's not going to fight through all that. GG's. GG's.
But regardless, seems like the other shop setting up a better game.
Borrowed the wrong deck.
So even if that didn't happen, it's like
Oh no.
you'll see. Yeah.
Good luck.
Other things too. I mean, give away.
That sounds like a deck that takes a lot of damage.
Okay, jumping into the 90s MTG time machine here. We're back to the game Storia 1K, the Win a Duel. This was round 3. Mystic Forge on the left. That would be Michael. Eldrazi on the right. That would be Paulo. And Roland has arrived in the chat, everybody. Say hello to Roland in the chat. Roland likes that lightning bolt emote a lot. Just want to point that out. Getting ready to go.
All right.
Looks like Paulo has taken a mold of 6, and Michael has kept 7. Ancient Tomb. Grim Monolith. Hi, Roland in the chat coming in.
Oh, this is the.
Well, turn 1, Karn the Great Creator. Ouch. Legacy, everybody.
I don't know many people who.
I get it.
Liquid metal coating. Yikes.
Did Phil give you a deck? What is this?
Actually, it is. It is. I was told. I heard about Phil. I heard that. It's
All right, turn 1 Flute from Paulo. Both players not messing around. Shuts off Karn. That solves a bunch of problems here, because that liquid metal coating was going to do a lot of damage otherwise.
I asked you to, so not to worry.
Liquid metal coating turns something into an artifact, and then Karn can turn something into a creature, turn an artifact into a creature with power toughness equal to its mana value, and the lands are 0 mana value, so every turn blow up a land is pretty nuts. Aspiring Spike, thank you for the raid. Welcome, everybody. We're here watching some Tabletop Legacy. Mystic Forge versus Eldrazi. And now a Glaring Fleshraker, and I'm going to get that up on the screen right now. The Flute is naming Karn. And then I think you're up to speed. This is game 1 of a 1K, a win-a-duel tournament. So you can still make the Ancient Tomb an artifact here, and it's still shut off by Karn's static ability. But you can't blow it up with Karn. Glaring Fleshraker is a creature that these Mystic Forge decks to, at least sometimes, close out the game. The whole deck is colorless. Mystic Forge, obviously, you can jump through, you know, a whole bunch of cards on a turn and deal a whole bunch of damage. Chalice on 1. That'll stop some keys, potentially.
Stop your shove like it all, yes. Because then you could just end too many cards from your deck. Like, oh, this was on the top.
So Urza's Saga on Michael's side ticks up to 2. Urza's Workshop comes in. I love this card, Urza's Workshop. It's so cool. It's from a commander deck. Very quietly became a big addition to Legacy. Glaring Fleshraker attacks.
Sure, I'll make 2 mana. It's like 2 Urza lands and your metal coat. Coat that lands.
New to Legacy, but I know that thing's a bastard, so.
It's a bastard, I agree.
You go to 17? Yep.
Okay, this is pretty gross. Voltaic Key plus Liquid Metal Coating, allowing Michael to turn both of Paulo's lands into artifacts, which means they can't be activated. Cavern of Souls naming Eldrazi comes in, but that's not going to do anything right now. Be on the lookout, though, potentially for Paulo to cast some Kozilek's commands. I don't know that it's in hand right now, but it would be helpful. Monka TG just gifted 5 subs. 105 now on the channel from Monka. Thank you, Monka T. Say hello to Monka in the chat, everybody.
You get the draw.
Oh, but you get the second. Oh, nice.
I don't know.
Okay, so you're at 16.
Yep.
Monka is number 8 on our all-time leaderboard.
3.
We'll be here.
Alright, we're gonna have.
I got flip 2.
I like that.
Construct.
It is September, after all. Discounts on 90s MTG memberships here on Twitch. Sweet deal.
What is that?
Wasteland and control deck.
Cavern of Souls.
Good, but
All right, some constructs are getting created here. Mike is using the wrong construct token. Urza Saga searching now. The land on Paulo's side is Cavern of Souls, the one that's not an Ancient Tomb.
yeah. No, that's why I wasted an idea, because that card's such a headache. I
I
didn't
name
want to
Wasteland with
play.
everything you
Since I played the wrong one, I swear that was a 1. Sure.
Okay, Flute is on Karn. Needle is on Wasteland. Some hello monkas are coming in the chat.
Yeah, so that'll ping you for 1 on entry, right? And your plunder is off.
Attack with one card start. Flesh Raker.
11 at the top, 6, 3. Put them back in any order and draw.
Massive attack. Drops Paulo down to 4. I think we're probably going to see the liquid metal coating Voltaic Key killer combo right now again. Shut down a bunch of Paulo's mana.
Seems so innocuous.
It would be really good.
I mean, in a way, I wouldn't even... They're ancient tombs. They're going to deal 2 damage. Like, you want to kill yourself, that's fine. I don't know. All right, game 1 goes to Michael. Well played.
My land is this Caracas, and I'm going to pass the turn off. Put them back.
Yeah, if you had a target, you could
Pass
also
the 7.
Moving on to game 2, Paulo will be on the play, which could help quite a bit here. Wasn't a great showing for Eldrazi there in game 1, to be TBH. Looks like Paulo's thinking about a mulligan. Stompy decks mulligan pretty aggressively, usually.
Kill, right? Yeah. Destroy.
Okay, looks like we're ready to go. A mull to 6. Wasteland Petal Pass. Okay. Wasteland could come in handy. Could blow up powerful lands like I was just about to say Urza Saga. Urza Saga, Planar Nexus. There's a chance you want to blow up that Urza Saga before it gets its first counter there, but I don't know what the game plan is here for Paulo. The Eldrazi decks sometimes want to keep the Wasteland around to be able to cast stuff later. And here's an example of what I'm talking about. Thought-Knot's here to follow up. Let's take a look at what Michael is holding. Glaring Fleshraker, Ancient Tomb, Mystic Forge, Kozilek's Command, Karn, Boseiju. That's quite a hand. Well, we don't know what's in Paulo's hand. Glaring Fleshraker will be the choice. And pass the turn. That's a pretty powerful hand. The Chandler Tron, thank you for the resub. 25 months at tier 1. In crazy world we live in. At least I have 90s MTG. Thank you, Chandler. Really appreciate that. So Saga's up to 2 on Michael's side. Cavern of Souls on Eldrazi. Eldrazi Line Breaker is in. And now a big attack.
This is 7.
Balonzo says, on Friday, there is nothing better than after training in the gym, turn on Twitch and watch some tasty Legacy. Thank you for being here. Is this tasty? I don't know.
Play that island.
So Michael weighing the option to create a construct and block, I guess. I'm not sure who the instigator targeted. Well, I guess itself. Yeah, it has to target itself if it's attacking. Could chump the Thought-Knots here potentially. Or maybe there's another plan.
Can I see that land real quick? Yeah, the one with the...
Yep, I'll take mine.
Sure. Add a hatching count on this land, put into a graveyard in the battlefield.
It looks like Steamboat Goat in the chat is actually paying attention. The Forge deck is so strong, silently keeps a copy into almost every paper event top 8. This deck is a lot better than it's getting credit for, in my opinion. Watch out. What about Entomb, chat?
For land, yeah. So he's at.
Get crushed by Mystic Forge. Belonzo says if there would be cephalid breakfast, it would be even more tasty. You know what? That might be true. Right, Lotus Petal selected by the search from Urza Saga. So that's on the board. Paulo following up with another creature. This game could be over. The Ancient Tomb's going to deal some damage to Michael, keep in mind, if it gets used here.
I agree.
Oh, this is a funny one. Okay. So I'm gonna cast it, but I'm gonna tell you a story about it as well. I might do that. It's a scroll rack.
I am gonna respond to the scroll rack.
Okay, Boseiju is on the board. Michael needs some help. We saw a powerful hand, or a hand of powerful cards, but the beatdown is coming. The stomp is coming.
That might have just thrown the game. All right, 21. It's gone.
I mean, you're still at 21. Pretty
Kozilek's
good.
command
Yeah,
for
but
5, exile this, and make
My deck.
3
All right, prioritizing the removal of the line breaker, it looks like Kozilek's command is going to remove the line breaker and make a bunch of Eldrazi spawns.
Now your scroll rack results, yeah.
Yeah, great.
I mean, it's pretty good.
It's okay. I think I can remove mod. Yeah, go ahead.
Tap this. Just 4. Go to 7. One day I'll practice. So it'll-
Yeah, there was somebody running a scroll rack in the background. I heard that too. People are out there experimenting, figuring out this metagame. What can I say? This was a competitive event. We are watching the top tables. Try things, everybody.
Who was round 1? Dimir. Oh, yeah. Yes.
Well, yeah, I was going to draw this back next turn.
Yeah, yeah, but if there's something better to cast it than like a brainstorm, then you can brainstorm.
the
now.
metagame
You can like see more cards in general.
Okay, so let's do it.
100%.
So this is my one card in hand. Okay, look at this. I feel so stupid. I don't know.
It was a line.
Wasteland on the Ancient Tomb. That could help, I guess.
This one's on top. That one's in your hand now.
Michael's at 9. Wasescape, exile the Manifold Key. Okay, things are coming together here for Paulo in game 2.
Oh.
Wasescape being able to exile artifacts and enchantments. Pretty cool. Very helpful in this situation. There's a Saga from Michael. Michael has a bunch of mana thanks to the spawns, but at 5 life, might need the spawns to block. We're going to have to see.
Wait, no. Hold on, because if I have a 1 in hand, let's say I do, I could
Scroll
squeeze
rack
this
it to
down,
the top.
put the 1 on top.
Counter
and
it, yeah.
counter it. Okay. But I do want you to lose 2.
Yeah.
I'll put you up for
I was going to take care of this.
Yeah? You don't like it?
Exile this, but Tabernacle.
Ah.
Okay. So, using the spawns to make replacement spawns and also exiling the Wastegate Battle Mage. Potentially the spawns here could chump block Thought-Knots here for a while.
Let's go to,
So I tap.
Paulo has Ayavugin, 2 unclaimed territories, and a Cavern of Souls on the board. It's a Kozilek's command.
I could have had that card
Around
2
But
different ways.
it's so good to learn the cases. It doesn't happen again, right?
Make 3 guys.
but also
It's
like,
like
3 draw 1.
now, like, then you go back to Dimir. You played as the last team. You know what?
Okay, so with Paulo's Kozilek's command, he's going to make some spawns. 3 spawns. And Scry. Scry 3, draw 1.
You don't have any energy. I see. Oh, that's what I'm doing. Right.
Yeah, no creatures have come into play since you put it in play.
Just sitting here mocking me. Alright.
Okay, looks like we drew one of the cards and put the rest on the bottom. Chalice on 1. That'll stop keys. And maybe nothing else except for like a needle or something. Okay, so I'm going to chump the Thought-Knot Seer. And now Urza Saga's going to tick up to 2. That could make things a little bit interesting.
Trigger.
Paulo has 1 spawn left. Michael has 2 spawns left.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, so I'm just gonna kill it. I got a swords for the guide. That would be 6 energy, right?
Yeah.
Because that triggers. Okay.
Yeah, and I would get 6.
Chalice on 1. Could matter here. It looks like Michael's hand is Karn, Tezzeret, Mystic Forge. I think. Just passing the turn. Set up to make some constructs. There's this tower and Boseiju assisting, it looks like. Eldrazi spawns could chump block if needed. The constructs on Michael's side are going to be pretty weak, but they could help. All right, just going to chump block with the construct. Okay, secluded courtyard past the turn. So this Urza Saga is going to reach its last chapter now. And looks like Michael just drew Ugin. So Michael has all 3 Planeswalkers and Mystic Forge in hand, it looks like. Tezzeret, Karn, Ugin, and Mystic Forge are the 4 cards in hand, it seems. But life total's getting kind of low. But we might be about to see Ugin. Ugin, though, its ability exiles colored permanence. Is that what it says? Or permanence of a color? Whatever. The point is, none of Paulo's cards are a legal target for that.
So play a Scalding Tarn. Play a Scalding Tarn. And pass the turn.
Permanent, that's 1 or more colors. Okay, I couldn't think of the wording on that. I was trying to think, what's the opposite of colorless? Colored. I don't know. Doesn't sound the best. All right. Lotus Petal was found. Got popped. It's a mana. Karn. Okay. Karn potentially could help out the team here by finding a bridge, potentially. For the following turn. Maybe.
Oh, you.
All right, Ensnaring Bridge is the choice.
I don't know if I do, but it's like my win condition.
Hey man, stop trying to make me not fight.
And I really thought the features. I get 1 U for 5. That would be sick.
Oh yeah, that card would be fucked up. They also hit your face.
It that betrays.
Max.
Just gives all colorless things 1/1.
Of artifacts with +5 to.
Oh yeah.
I control, yeah.
Yeah, you.
Nope, that's not what it's called. It's damn it. Let's forget this one. Trying to get the text up on the screen for everybody. It is called It That Heralds the End. I confused that one. Thank you, chat. All right, attacks are coming in. The It That Heralds the End gave some power to the otherwise 0/1 Eldrazi spawn, which is helpful here. Also helpful here on Michael's side is going to be that bridge. Second the spawn, no more blockers left. Bridge with how many cards in hand? 4? Uh-oh. Could turn bridge into a creature, I guess. Is that a good play?
I'll pass the turn.
I'm doing my best to make that go.
Okay, gonna turn Chalice into a creature to kill it.
Oh yeah, it dies.
If I had it, I could have cast.
You got a last.
So I
Okay.
think here we need to
Cards in
maximize
hand?
turn on this change. Now I'm definitely dead on.
Yeah.
So It That Heralds the End gives +1/+1. Yeah, Aquinas is right. The Chalice becomes a 1/1, doesn't die. That was actually a big mistake on both sides right now. I'm not sure why the hand is revealed. Oh, well, then I thought knots here. I missed it. Tezzeret, Mystic Forge, Ugin, Manifold Key. Yeah, that Chalice. Both players messed that up. That was not good.
It's the second to last card in the
And
All right, Tezzeret is chosen. It is exiled. Attacking with all the legal attackers.
I want fetch.
Dropping to 1 now is Michael. Michael has 3 cards in hand. It looks like Paulo probably has this one, but that Chalice would have been game-winning.
Maybe I should have held this because you were probably gonna have to use your fetch, but I wasn't like didn't want to risk it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Rather just make you have to have it.
Yeah. That seems like a good idea. Let's see. I have this pondering.
Arbitrage asking a great question. The X cost of a permanent. So Chalice's mana value on the board is 0 every time. It doesn't matter what X was when it was cast. But it that heralds the end gives +1/+1s to colorless creatures, so it would have been a 1/1.
What's my play here?
That was a major error by both players, not gonna lie. Should not have pointed the Karn at Chalice, and Paulo should not have put it in the trash. Moving on, though.
Like you actually see 4 cards, really. If it's on the top 3.
Portable Hole retrieved here by Karn.
Use this to make a white. Cast portable hole on this.
Portable Hole on hit that heralds the end. There are only 3 cards in hand. Manifold Key, 2 cards in hand. But the Spawn, still alive, now has 0 power. Null Rod. What does that do?
Alright, draw your card. Do you get there?
I mean, not a lot at the moment, but could matter.
Line out together.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Wastegate Battle Mage would have been amazing. Exile Ensnaring Bridge, win the game. Michael's at 1 life. Carnival plus.
So I made a. Don't feel bad what you're saying. I made a really bad mistake at the beginning of the game that really changed everything. I had in my mind, I was like, I'm gonna waste.
Mystic Forge. I think also. Pithing Needle.
But I like forgot that was my plan. Then you miracle Terminus, and then you miracle the St. Catherine immediately.
Yeah,
That was your white source for both.
one ponder.
So I was just thinking, like, I can't believe I lost this game.
Okay, Needle on Wasteland.
And I felt so dumb.
This is a competitive REL event. I think with the whole Chalice thing, obviously Chalice was a legal target for the Karn. Like you're allowed to do that. But putting it into the graveyard, if that was caught later, would I think both players would get a warning, misrepresenting the game state. That was more a game rule violation than anything. It that heralds the end, attacking with the 1/1 spawn. It can attack.
That's bad, but it could be worse.
That was a good draw.
Exile the
Your team has a lot of.
Oh, yes. I just 3. You gain 1, you go to 18.
Can't say that I'm prepared.
All right, something to learn from that one. Moving on to game 3. Yeah, I mean, in a way, I mean, like an error was made, right? Nobody deserves to win, if, right, whatever. But there was an error made that kind of potentially could have cost Paulo that game, and the fact that Paulo would have won if the error was caught, I guess it feels better for all of us that Paulo did ended up winning that game. So game 3 underway. It looks like both players kept 7. I did glance away for a moment. Urza's Saga is in.
Should you have forced it?
Yeah, because
It's
Eldrazi.
I pitched 2 really good cards. And I didn't bring.
Okay, Cavern on Eldrazi.
Not in the.
I would not have pitched it. I would have done what you did, probably.
Yeah, I don't think it's that great.
Grim Monolith. All right, getting the mana up and running. Mystic Forge. Sorry, Grim Monolith, Mystic Forge. 2 Grim Monoliths and Mystic Forge. That was a pretty massive turn 2 there for Michael. Paulo's going to have a hard time keeping up with that. Another cavern isn't very exciting. It looks like Paulo's actually holding a Grim Monolith, so don't count Paulo out of this one just yet. Not yet, chat.
Play a plains class.
But we can see the Mystic Forge decks just make so much mana. Ooh. No rod to follow up. Oh man. We got a game. This is a game 3. This is what people wanted to watch.
Or no,
I had to get 17. Okay.
I'm just gonna cast this Orcish Bowmaster.
Yeah. Okay. I get things for.
Yeah, the Saga's about to go away. Couldn't make a construct with it, which would have been pretty good. And it's probably going to look for something that can't make mana.
You know I have foresight.
Darth can't believe they're rooting for Eldrazi.
Ryan's not great at it.
Yeah.
I gotta sleep up in real fast.
I draw maybe 3 every time I bring stuff.
All right, Darth likes Eldrazi now that the Mika spawn is gone.
My hand here.
That's fine. Remember down to resolve.
For anyone coming over from the modern community. Okay, Needle is on Wasteland. Once again. For anyone coming over and joining us from the modern community, for a very long time, Legacy players were screaming about the Mika spawn and the frog.
It's bad against their decks, or at least
That's what I had to deal with.
There's nothing personal.
Here's Planner Nexus. There is a mana floating from the Saga.
on top.
Vodka Sauce making a prediction this game is going to be crazy. Alright, there's Glaring Fleshraker. This card's still good in 2025.
They also sure got 17, and I make an energy. Some user energies.
Glaring Fleshraker is a way that I've seen these Mystic Forge decks beat Null Rods, just cast a whole bunch of stuff dealing damage.
End step. Assault Pride triggers. Another cat.
Flute is on Karn. Karn is taxed and shut off. Mystic Forge is on the board, though. I mean, that's a pretty good advantage for Michael to be able to get ahead on cards.
Yeah, that card is so fucked up.
I swear to God, I've read this card a million times and never noticed that
Yeah,
line.
it's fine.
Huh.
So good.
That's too much.
That's too much, I agree.
I'm gonna draw this thing.
I'll name
Jesus, that's
Donatsu.
so let's play that time.
Yeah,
Might as well. No, that's not.
no damage.
Can I borrow a die?
Okay, so we have Needle now, Wasteland, Karn, Thought Not Seer. We have to abbreviate a little bit on our overlay. We don't have that much room, everybody. Okay, Wastegate Battle Mage didn't get to exile anything with it. That's unfortunate. Would have been nice to blow up that Mystic Forge. Apollo a little bit tight on mana, it seems.
But if I trigger Guided Souls,
That wasn't the best. Not gonna lie.
it would still
You have 3 cards. Awesome. I think it's something I should just wait. So I think I'll wait. Turn. See if it survives. Play the scroll rack.
Trigger.
Okay, Manifold Key. Cannot activate it, but still get that Fleshraker ping. Make a mana. Paulo played a Wastegate Battle Mage.
Johnny.
The dog says the games have been great today. There should be more people watching. We should have 1 million people watching this right now.
cat. I sold it twice.
If you're enjoying the streams, you're enjoying our YouTube channel, you're enjoying 90s MTG, invite somebody. Send a video to a friend, whatever. Your recommendations matter quite a bit. And hit the like button, all that stuff.
A bit of combat. Attack.
All right, Roland, very dramatic in the chat, says, I enjoy watching my friends battle to the death. Wow. Roland's getting into it.
So that's 5.
How much lifelink is that?
3.
Roland is really enjoying the stream. All right, here's Cesar Cruel Captain.
Also, Pride. I already have Sigur's Blessing. Actually, I already have Sigur's Blessing. So when you have 10 or more permanents, you get the City's Blessing. He has the same. So what happens? I make a cat, and then because I have the City's Blessing, I make.
Tezzeret is interesting here. This thing. What can we do with Tezzeret as far as really messed up stuff? All right, it's going to minus. It's going to look through the deck. Yes, Darth making a great point. It can find Portable Hole. I keep confusing that it has to find Urza Saga targets. It can find Portable Hole, wipe out Null Rod, and just crush Paulo here. So true. Darth, one step ahead of me. It'll be Mox Opal. Okay. Okay.
Right. So you want if you want to increase the likelihood of having a break this, crack and clue now.
Maybe Portable Holes in hand? No, it can't be. Maybe Portable Hole is not in the deck. It's only in the sideboard? Well, things are getting interesting.
Yeah, alright, so draw your ponder now.
I mean, this game's over. Right now, this is.
Yeah, it might just be in the sideboard for Karn to retrieve, but Karn's shut off now by a flute, so that's not going to happen. There is often one in the main. Mox Opal is shut off, don't forget, everybody. But Planar Nexus can filter mana into white. Getting the white mana was non-issue.
Oh, but it's Catherine? Yeah. I mean, Catherine's still very good on this board, right? It's pretty good.
So it keeps me alive.
Ah, damn it. I missed what the second flute was naming.
I think I will.
It's probably Tezzeret, right? Tezzeret's probably the choice.
Karn as this, right? One is on Karn. Yeah, one is on Karn, one is on Tezzeret.
Yeah, so I gotta pay more for it. I get
Equals 7.
Oh no. That's like the worst thing that could happen. Yeah. That's really
Shuffle it. Trigger. That's why that card's so cracked.
This, I guarantee you, is going to be the permanence that I draw.
Okay, but that was like.
Yeah, potentially digging for Boseiju here could work. It is on Tezzeret. We got confirmation of that, kind of accidentally. Manifold Key. You can still cast Karn, just can't activate it. It costs 3 more.
That's not the card in your end, right?
No, this is a token.
Oh, okay.
When Sensei's dipping on top, doesn't it? Yeah, alright, so draw your card.
Trigger.
You draw it, doesn't your hand.
I drew it. Oh,
The One Ring can activate it.
passing the turn.
The Null Rod is... Null Rods and the flutes are holding back a lot right now. But it's kind of a flimsy fort Paulo has built here. Wasteland, Glaring Fleshraker. Okay. This game's getting interesting. Chalice on 0, trigger the Fleshraker, make a spawn. Can't deal damage because of the One Ring.
Alright. I'm gonna.
Yeah, Tezzeret's loyalty adding ability thing still happens despite the flute. That was missed.
Here.
Michael with just 1 card in hand. Clearly, I mean, if Null Rod is destroyed, Michael wins this game, right? I think we're in agreement on this. It's either destroy Null Rod or what else? I mean, like everything is shut off. Kozilek's command.
Here, okay. So I think there's I can block this.
You have
Much as it looks like it
8, 9,
should.
10,
This?
11, 12.
No, I don't think it should.
Yeah, so now the Kozilek's command was just an amazing... Okay, we didn't even get as far as explaining this, but the Kozilek's command was an amazing draw. Triggers the Fleshraker a whole bunch of times, and Michael will win the match. It turns out, didn't even need to kill the Null Rod. I called earlier in this game, right? The sometimes the Fleshraker is enough. Lethal. GG's and an Earthquake. GG's. Well, what a match. Well played. Well played. Wow. Yeah, Kozilek's command did a ton of damage with Fleshrakers in play. I mean, Michael, I think, playing carefully. This was a competitive tournament. There's no reason to rush. But kind of accidentally slow rolled things a little bit there. Just flipping over the Kozilek's command probably would have got the scoop at that point. But I don't think there was any disrespect had there at all. I'm just pointing out. Kozilek's command was game. Wow. What an ending. All right, let's set up another poll for the chat. Keep things moving along. Which match next? Can't hurt to be... But by the way, I mean... I didn't mean anything more than... the game was won by Kozilek's command. Playing slowly, diligently, making sure you're keeping track of everything, making sure you're not making a mistake. I'm for all of that. I don't think there was any intentional or unintentional slow rolls actually happening there. But the end of effect was a little bit of a slow roll. Was all I meant to say. Okay. All right, Paulo switches sides. Roland joins us on the right with Izzet Cutter. Wasteland for Paulo.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Derek got me into it.
Yeah, that's right.
15.
Now, what's Derek's deal now? Is he quit?
Well, he'll have to come back soon. He made a bet with Ryan, and Ryan's winning that bet, so he's going to have to come back. So you'll probably see him at...
Okay, Roland looks for a basic island with the Wasteland sitting on the other side.
Yeah, he made a bet. He's getting destroyed.
What?
I always forget my life tracker pad now.
Okay, that was Eldrazi Temple. Now Lotus Petal. My neighbor's dog is going crazy. Chalice of the Void. Chalice on 1 could be pretty brutal against these tempo decks.
Yep.
Go.
Chalice on 1 could be a big problem for Roland potentially.
Force that pitching.
All right, Roland has a Force of Will. He's going to pitch Preordain. It's countered. Preordain.
Based on
All right. Great Wasteland here, blowing up the Eldrazi Temple. Another Chalice on 1 off a secluded courtyard.
Yard. It's like a cavern, but you can counter the Eldrazi spell. Give me.
It's like a weaker Cavern of Souls, basically. But it can also be used for abilities. Interesting card. I like this card. I think it first appeared in Neon Dynasty, a set that is, I think that's where it first appeared. A set that has been a favorite for many. What have been your favorite sets over the last 2 years, chat? 2024, 2025. Any favorites? Neon Dynasty goes back a couple of years now. Chalice is in. Chalice on 1. Jay says MH3. Surveils a Ponder into the yard. Paulo could potentially blow up that Thundering Falls with Wasteland. Flute.
Sure. Name. DRC.
Okay, Disruptor Flute is on Dragon's Rage Channeler. Just try to slow those down. Wasteland on Wasteland. That was pretty good.
Pass after that.
Paulo has missed a couple land drops. Darn says, I liked Final Fantasy as a Final Fantasy fan. Cards are well designed. I don't know anything about Final Fantasy. I mean, everything I know about Final Fantasy I learned from the Magic set, to be honest with you. D's on Grim Monolith, not bad. That actually hurt Paulo pretty bad. The Final Fantasy set was really cool, in my opinion.
That one?
It's the same.
Same thing, just making.
Yeah, probably if it were my flute, I might have named Murktide or something like that. I don't know. With Chalice on 1 on the board, I agree with Darth here. I don't think Dragon's Rage Channeler was that important to stop. Or maybe just name Corey Steel Cutter if you want to guess a little bit what could be in the deck. Yeah, Petty Theft is another one. Yeah, maybe Murktide isn't even a great name. Maybe Murktide can make it bigger. That is true.
That's the one draw.
Okay, Thought-Knot's here just hit the stack. Paulo found lands, so we're making some Eldrazi, it seems.
You have 3 in hand. 3.
Bounce the Chalice.
There's that Petty Theft. Chalice is bounced. Brainstorm in response to Thought-Knot's here. Thought-Knot's here. You know, a couple of weeks ago, someone asked me on stream what my favorite cards are, and Thought-Knot's here comes to mind. I really like this card. Rolling with a great judge question in the chat. Does Disruptor Flute only affect Petty Theft if that's the name, or do you have to name Brazen Borrower to make it cost more? Petty Theft is a name of a card. A name of a... Anyway, if you name Petty Theft, only Petty Theft is taxed, not Brazen Borrower. You can cast it as a creature for its regular cost. And other way, vice versa. The adventure cards are kind of like split cards.
With the trigger still in the deck, I will eliminate
The Big Al says Universes Beyond is turning Magic into Kingdom Hearts CCG. Okay. Keep us posted on that. All right, a handful of Universes Beyond cards. Force Ponder, Misty Rainforest, and Unholy Heat. Force of Will, and it is gone. Unholy Heat might be useful here. I'm not sure if Roland has Delirium. Looks like he might.
I put 2 back.
If not, we're close. You know, I've been like, you know, walking this earth as a Magic player over the last 5 years. Universes Beyond is now 5 years old, and the whole time we had to listen to people talking about Universes Beyond and how it's ruining everything. We watch Legacy on this channel. On this channel, we're watching Legacy all the time, and there are not many Universes Beyond cards on tables. I'm sorry. They're not. Just don't see the problem. Here's a Ponder. Other formats, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if every Commander game is all Universes Beyond. I have no idea. But in Legacy, it's like Bowmaster, the One Ring. Like, can you even name 5 right off the top of your head?
No, I can check. Oh,
Okay, you're gonna stun me? Let me just use one of your guys so I can differentiate.
Do I think DRC was the right name for the flute? I think, well, we went over this before. I think the answer is no, but the best name, I think in the end, we decided was Petty Theft. I think maybe if I was in Paulo's seat, though, it depends what's in your hand, but it could potentially be Corey Steel Cutter. All right, here's Murktide Region for Roland. I said Murktide before, but that could kind of backfire, but it depends on your hand. We don't know. We haven't seen Cutters yet, but it does activate. It is something you want to cost more. Or you want to tax. Here's a Glaring Fleshraker. Probably, if I'm trying to imagine, I'm in Paulo's seat, I'm naming Corey Steel Cutter, even if I haven't seen one yet in Game 1.
It's still tapped in.
Sure. Oh, sorry.
Or Petty Theft if I feel like that wins my opponent the game or something. All right, so Glaring Fleshraker, Eldrazi Spawn, Unholy Heat on the Fleshraker, it seems.
So I will.
I just pinged you for one.
Yep. You gain one or no?
No, I don't.
You don't gain. Okay.
Well, there was an opportunity here, I guess, to, before the spawn is made, bolt the Fleshraker. All right, another Chalice on 1 hits a stack.
Retrace. Retraces, I can cast it from my graveyard by discarding one. Draw.
Aquinas naming a couple of Universes Beyond cards. Like, a couple of even the ones that are named in that list are not even played that much. Universes Beyond has not made a big impact on Legacy. I think that's pretty safe to say. Okay, Dragon's Rage Channeler, cost 4. Chalice counters it, okay.
I'll pass over.
Yeah, Chalice is pretty good against these tempo decks.
What's his name?
I have one.
Yep, I believe that turned on Delirium.
Sure.
Yep.
Taking 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Another Fleshraker is not too bad.
Library. That guy's gone. So I'll do it?
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Attack. Pass it.
Trigger.
Yep.
Okay, Lotus Petal, trigger the Fleshraker. I mean, Paulo's life total is really low right now. Tap an Ancient Tomb, which we don't have on the board right now, but tap an Ancient Tomb, bolt to the face, game ends. If we manage to get rid of this Chalice, I guess. But we're that close. Attacking for 6, rolling drops to 4.
Attack with reach. 6. Trigger this. 3.
Kozilek's Command. Uh-oh, that might be... How much is that?
Take 2. 15.
Not sure what X is right now.
You got 2 cards in hand. One is the star.
Sure.
Yeah, I could.
trigger on cast, I bring you for 1, I make a spawn. I make 4 guys and I scry 4 draw 1.
So does that trigger?
Yeah, these and they'll deal 4 damage. Every time a color is creature enter, this should do for 1.
That's good.
All right, just clarifying. Game 1 goes to Paulo.
Next step. Just show a bit of a crack and play this.
Big Al says Orcish Bowmaster is the One Ring Lorien revealed. That's 3 Universes Beyond cards from one set. Yeah, Legacy is completely ruined. Yeah. Nobody even likes Lord of the Rings, Big Al. They screwed this whole game up.
Keep and I reveal the
Devourer of Destiny is named, is revealed, whatever.
The top 4 cards you do beginning of your first update. Put it back on top.
Basically, I look for, I exile 3, and I.
Yep.
Oh, not my permanent. Sure.
So during your first upkeep, though.
Yeah, I can. Okay.
Yeah.
Just take one. Yeah.
So not my upkeep.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. All right.
Okay, Paulo forgot for a moment here that Roland is on the play. So Roland is on the play. Devourer of Destiny was revealed. Basic Island, pass the turn. All right, now we resolve the Devourer of Destiny ability. Put 1 card in your hand, the rest in exile. Really cool card from MH3, Devourer of Destiny.
These on top. These 3 exile.
Thought Not Seer, Wasteland, and looks like a Glaring Fleshraker maybe thrown away. Wasteland, pass.
Maybe I should. I think I lost that.
Waste your
You were really behind.
You had it
Okay, Wasteland, your Wasteland, not bad.
in my hand too.
Yeah.
Tripping up the Eldrazi decks on their mana could be really effective.
It's a good courtyard.
Especially the big ones like Eldrazi Temple, Eye of Ugin. Lotus Petal, Chalice on 1. Trying that again. Okay, Roland's going to brainstorm in response. Try to find a daze maybe. Daze it is. Chalice is countered. Oh, Roland might have forgot to put the 2 cards back on top. Well, it can't be the land. Oh boy.
islands in my hand.
Yeah.
Okay. What's up, bro?
All right, the island stayed in hand, so. All right. Dr. Pepper says, hot take, Universes Beyond is a good thing, brings new people to the game. Younger folks seem to love it. Feels a bit gatekeepy to be upset about something that is growing the game you play. I'm with you, Dr. Pepper. You know, walking around as a Magic player for now, it's 5 years we have Universes Beyond, and there's still people, it's happening today in the chat, still people coming up to us and telling us, you should be really upset. Universes Beyond is ruining everything. I mean, enough already. Like, enough. What about the 6th edition rules? You mad about that? It's all so exhausting. All right, here's Glaring Fleshraker. There's Corey Steelcutter. We were talking about this card earlier. Mishra's Bauble. We're going to make a monk. Good start here for Roland. All right, some people in the chat agree. Mr. Arch says Magic is dead. I hate it. I play 3 times a week. Ban everything until only cards I like are legal. Exactly. Mishra's Bauble taking a look. Roland's reading the card. I'm also like I'm easy to please. Like I understand some people are very like passionate about, you know, their the flaws they find in the game, and they gotta like do something about it, I guess. And I'm not really like I'm not the type of person that posts tweets and Reddit posts about how Magic is not the best anymore, and like I'm just not that guy.
Soul naming Eldrazi.
It's just like not my vibe.
You also did cantrip and everything.
I'm more the kind of Magic player I get stuck between two people at FNM, and they're like, yeah, remember when they didn't ban this? They did no changes. The art's not good. And I'm like, oh, get me out of here.
Got the infiltrator.
Yeah, so I drew
I feel like dropping.
cards.
Get me the F out of here.
Thank you for 2.
All right, Thought Not Seer. Hand is revealed. Bolt, Unholy Heat, Daze, Force Wheel. Not bad.
My graveyard is not going to be able to keep up either way.
Well, you didn't have 2 pictures. So if I drew a Kaido,
Unholy Heat selected. And moving on.
Yeah, like I was floating mana on top of my deck. I would just discard it and cast White from the
Mista has it absolutely right. What is it about Universes Beyond? Wizards can print the same text of cards in normal sets. Universes Beyond, for all intents and purposes, just art, in my opinion. That's exactly right. It's just like it's like strictly aesthetic, strictly you know. I don't know, man. The fact that we even have to discuss this stuff, I all find just tiring at this point. Not that people in the chat are saying anything wrong. It's just like, are we still talking about this? 5 years ago was Walking Dead. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah. Targeting that, holding priority, bounce.
You don't have it memorized?
All you can pay for the
Ooh, pay attention, everybody. Bolt, Thought Not Seer, hold priority, daze it, pay for days.
It's 2 spells now. Replay the
Replay the Volk. We got a Monk. Second Bolt. Thought Not Seer is dead, it looks like. Great plays here from Roland. Write this down, rewind it, and play it again if you're looking to learn, everybody. Expertly played by Roland, double bolting that Thought Not Seer with a daze in the middle. It was a bolt sandwich. Thought Not Seer is gone. Swinging with the Monks.
because he had 1 extra. So
That was masterful.
So 7?
yeah, it would be 7.
Got to make a point of that out because people don't see those lines.
And I'll pass it.
Deem says, my issue with Universes Beyond, not my preference, but to each their own. My issue is how it's another way to justify more sets every year. I have to dig this up. There was an article written in like 1996 about that, how there are too many Magic sets. It's hard to keep up. This argument is so old already, and it's just not a valid argument in my mind. They're making more Magic cards. Enough. Like, stop complaining. They're making more Magic cards.
Thank you for 5.
So wait, hold on.
You don't need to memorize them all. You don't need to buy them all. Just relax.
To play it.
This one, and
It's all so tiring.
So that's on the stack right now.
yeah, these trigger on cast.
Yeah. This.
2 Flesh Rakers could be a problem, though.
So you have 1 card.
It that heralds the end is on the stack.
2s that would make everybody else 3/3s.
Once you commander ninjutsu me though, then
I've been playing Magic like 30 years. Force pitching force on it that heralds the end could matter quite a bit here.
So I use these, the trigger it up, and
Yep.
so
30 years of people telling me Magic is ruined, and we're still going. So everybody just relax. All right, some people in the chat are product fatigued. All right.
I warp this trigger.
If you're product fatigued, take a break.
Like, yeah. Rumbles, this hard. Yeah, this rumble. Yeah, that makes sense.
7-5. So 1, 2.
I pay for so this.
Oh, you're paying warp it, yeah.
Yeah, I play the warp.
So when this, you may play.
This was 2, so I play these 2 and then I win.
You may put a permanent card with mana value less than the number of lands you control from your hand into the battlefield tapped. Alright, so that would trigger.
So this enter.
Yeah, it's enter.
So I deal you 5 because this enter. I make 2 other spawn. So you go to 5
How is it 5? Go.
because these are creatures that enter, and every time a creature
when it
enters, and these trigger.
Okay, we're warping anti-causal vestige right here. I don't know how to pronounce that, but I just wanted to hear the players explaining what's going on. There's going to be 5 Fleshraker triggers.
I move to combat.
Yep. So bring down to 1.
I bring you to 1. End step. I draw a card.
Yeah, I'm with Roland on this. Roland's in the chat. Glaring Fleshraker is a must-kill creature. You cannot allow your opponent to have 2 Fleshrakers and expect to survive. Wastegate Battle Mage ends the game with more pings from the Fleshraker. Paulo gets the match. GG's. GG's. Cole in the chat says, I think the term "this product isn't for you" is just deflection. You know, I'm also like not here on behalf of Wizards of the Coast to defend all of their decisions about the product lineup and what should be in a booster pack and how many booster packs are on the shelf at any one time. I just personally, I don't care about this stuff. I am not product fatigued, TBH. I can look at spoilers every day. They could start previewing Lorwyn tomorrow, and I'll be hype. I'll be looking through the posted cards. You know, they showed off some Avatar cards. People were upset about that. I was scrolling through, looking at the cool Avatar cards. I'm easy to please. If you're not, you're not. Whatever. But I'm not product fatigued. I'm not upset. I don't care that there's too many sets. It just doesn't bother me. I don't know what else to say.
I'm shuffling.
Okay. Come on. What did you play against?
I played against Chris. I played against Andrea. I played against Monarch.
Okay, time traveling a little bit again. Back to the Game Story 1K. Dimir Tempo on the left, that would be Ed. Breakfast on the right, that would be Yosef. This is a top 8 match. Top 8, first round of top 8. Dr. Pepper says crazy that chat got Chris to break from the bit and say we don't need to memorize all the cards. Yeah. Deem says, so you're saying you have product fatigue, conversation fatigue? Maybe. I don't know. I've been in the Magic community for a long time, and it feels like the entire time I'm just surrounded by people whining and complaining, and I just would rather not listen to it. That's really it. I was at Modern tournaments, and people, Modern's really bad right now. Yeah, just can we just play and shut up?
Yeah.
All right, here's a turn 1 Thoughtseize. It reveals Force Brainstorm. Brainstorm is selected. It was a Molda 6 for Yosef. That hand is not very good. I've been at FNM draft. Yeah, this format, the only thing to do is draft green and, oh, man. Just Magic players whining all around me forever. They're never having fun.
Because when I first top-rated a challenge on Oops, the Oops Discord was posting about how everyone thinks, like, people who
Don't let me steal your cards.
But Mike is a hero.
We're gonna have to count.
And I was like, yeah, I was playing Oops because I didn't want to make guys. sure I do some odds in my opening hand. When I
Tamio is in. Mr. Art says, as a guy that hosts a legacy stream, I feel like you must be subjected to the most legacy bad, but the Mika spawn of anyone just because chat. I don't know about that. I mean, maybe I'm exposed to more of the thoughts of the Magic player. I will say, though, I've been a muter on social media. Like, people whose feeds are just whining and complaining about Magic cards have been muted by me a long time ago. And I've been way better off for it, I think. I think the people just reading the nonstop whining and complaining affects their ability to have fun. And I think that's improved things for me quite a bit, actually. Here's Shuko. It's a combo card. Not bad to find a Ponder on top of the deck and then follow up with Shuko here.
Still gonna get straight. Yeah.
I also prefer having force of will. I don't like having any.
Like any Twitter accounts that were like, I'm so effing pissed that they didn't ban. That was a mute for me. That you're off my feed permanently, and I've been better off. Like my feed is all like people showing cards that arrived in the mail, and look at this brew, and it's all like pretty positive on my social feeds for Magic stuff. I just got rid of everybody else. Sorry. Maybe I'm mean. Maybe I'm evil. I don't know. All right, Wasteland on Saga is not bad. Lord says, I do remember a great piece of advice Chris gave that really changed my outlook on MTG. Get off of MTG social media. All of a sudden, the game becomes enjoyable. The MTG subreddits they're not good. I mean, it's horrible. I post a video of ours from this channel in the Legacy subreddit, and it gets downvoted. Like, what? It's not good. It's not good. Not healthy to read that stuff. Yeah.
Like all the things that kill you are black.
And then the Twitter, it's just people. They didn't. No changes to the ban list, and then this bad thing happened, and now they're making Spider-Man, and I couldn't memorize Tarkir yet. It just is all so toxic. And you're not gonna walk away from doom scrolling that stuff feeling like, oh man, I can't wait to play some Legacy at FNM tonight. This game is my favorite. Just has us all like feeling down in the dumps, and oh yeah, I guess they didn't ban Entomb. I guess format sucks. The vibes are off. Darth says, honestly, pro tip: getting off social media in general makes you happier. Yeah, I mean, I have all like I don't have a lot of the social media platforms installed on my phone even at this point. A rule I have is like no phone in the bathroom, just like no doom scrolling. Anyway, we're getting a little bit off topic here, but staying off social media is helpful.
Yeah, so you can, but no one plays Delver. Now they play shorter Corey Steel Cutter, and that doesn't get killed.
Bounces back to the round.
Trigger.
Mike is here, says, can't wait to play Legacy at FNM tonight. All right, Kaito getting ninjutsu'd onto the board. This game is developing. We do still have to watch for Yosef to combo, though. Ed's going to need to have some defenses up for that. But, I don't know. What else is there really to say?
I mean, I guess totally.
But you got this one.
Phil Gallagher put this green black Liverpool.
Magic social media is just full of a lot of negativity. And the social media platforms boost that stuff, unfortunately. Gets more engagement, whatever you want to say. And you have to limit your exposure to it, is my opinion.
You're really a chance mod deck, but your backup plan is that if you center cover or bargain away a lot of cards to exile, your cosmos are so cute. So you have like your 4 green sensibilities.
And we have some people in the Magic community with unhealthy relationships with this game, in my opinion. We talked about so many times the people that just The format is trash, and I know that because I played 30 leagues just this week. You know, it's like, what?
If you play 2 right up for
Let's be for real.
the one in a black sack creature to deal damage into this power to target player. Okay. Play 2 of that, so you can like turn 2 Cosmic Break, turn 3 Demonic for that card, and that was usually big enough to kill people. I played a lead with it last night.
All right, Nomads and Core. That's another combo card. It doesn't do much with Shuko, but together they make for a pretty good team in these breakfast decks, combining with Nadu and Cephalid Illusionist. Harry Houdini, thank you for the gift sub. 181 gifted subs now on the channel for Harry. Number 5 on all-time leaderboard. Appreciate you, Harry. Lord says, I am excited to see all the happy faces at EW. Such a great feeling going to the room full of Eternal players enjoying their fave formats. Good vibes. Nomads and Core. I think also, you know, do I want to say this? Screw it. There have been people that have just posted stuff like, no changes to the ban list. Guess I'm canceling my trip to Eternal Weekend. Screw that. Format's going to be the same until 2026. It's all oops and reality. Like, thank goodness you're not going. Like, nobody wants to hang out with you. Oh, man. Like, you're no fun to be around. Don't be that person.
Yeah. So it's a C1.
Just stay home, please. Here's Kaito. Too real. Listen, sometimes I just say stuff. I don't care. GG says, not fun at parties. Guy threatens to not go to party. Yeah, it's something like that. If you think Legacy was ruined, stay home. I think that's pretty safe to say. Just stay home, please. You're annoying me. Coinos asking about the sleeves. Yeah, I'm not sure if these are the same exact sleeves, actually. They look slightly different color, but I'm not sure if that's Yosef's playmat kind of giving... or the shadow on Ed's making it look a little different. More investigation is needed. Okay, Ed says it's the exact same. Ed is in the chat. Yosef's got a lot of combo pieces on the board. It's going to be hard to like fatal push a Nomads in response to a Nadu or something like that. Cavern is a concern. This game is unfolding in a way where we can't really tell who's going to win right now. We're in the middle of a Kaito 0 right now, I think.
That was us. It's text for 4. 16.
Nethergoyf surveilled into the yard. Darn says Cavern into Nadu would basically win the game on the spot. Exactly. Exactly. All right, left the other one on top. Drew it. Ed taking his time here. I did mention as we were getting started, this is an untimed top 8 match from the game Story 1K. So these players are playing for some stakes. Now Spellbomb, okay. That is pretty helpful against the Cephalid Illusionist side of the combo. Not so much against Nadu. Tamio. On our previous live stream this week, we had a whole live stream dedicated to the recap of this event, the game Story, Win a Duel. and we kind of got to see the other side of the top 8 bracket. This match was on the side that we didn't show. I think seeing both of these players make top 8 of this event, and a couple of other players that made top 8 as well. I made top 8. Not to congratulate myself on stream, but it's been nice to seeing our community kind of have people. I mean, they're newer to the Legacy format than I am. Ed and Yosef joined up with Legacy in the last 2 years-ish, I think. I don't know. It just feels good to see them doing well. Thanks for the congrats, Darth.
Yeah, it's a land.
Nomads and Core swinging. Tamio blocking. Kaito's going to take a damage. Yosef is going after Kaito. Going to sack a clue here. On end step, it seems. Ed does have a lot of cards in hand. Thoughtseize. Ooh, that's pretty good. Fetching in response. And obviously, you know, playing Legacy frequently will make you a better Legacy player, and both of these players have been playing quite a bit. See them regularly at the locals. But also, you know, playing on camera, both of these players very, very early on, and I don't mean to embarrass them in any way, but they were a little bit shy about playing on camera, a little bit unsure. Both of them have turned into, like, hardened competitors. Like, you know, you get paired into Ed, you get paired into Yosef, you better bring your A game at this point. And they become kind of stars of our streams. You've seen their names a lot. Always at the top tables. Hardcast Force on Thoughtseize. Protecting something. Daze on that. All right, we might get to see this last card in Yosef's hand. It is an Illusionist. Okay, so that's a great thing to get out of Yosef's hand. Ripping away that Illusionist was pretty big for Ed here. Now Yosef is hellbent. Ed's in a good position.
Sources. Go to 20. Draw card.
And I think having the cameras at our weekly events, and you know the players that play on camera at our events know that there are a lot of you watching, you know, and some of you are going to express like some skepticism of their plays and stuff like that. You know, when I'm setting up these cameras round to round, I'm looking for players that, you know, are going to confidently make their plays, I guess. And yeah, I mean, both of these players have been great to watch. Maybe I'm rambling now. Murktide is in. 7-7 Murktide. You just got to reset whatever it was. Where are you at?
I'm at 9.
Thank you.
Yeah, the life counter thing died for a moment there. The dog says, I don't think any of these players should be ashamed of making a mistake on camera. Misplay is the only way to become a better player. Yeah, it's true. But for most of you out there, you know, jamming Legacy at your locals, nobody's watching. You know, if anything, you got 4 or 5 of your friends watching. All right, Force of Will ends the game. It can be a little bit intimidating, you know, and I kind of learned this over time. Like, it could be intimidating for somebody playing at their, you know, only 3rd Magic Legacy event, rather, ever to play on camera with us. All right, mulligan to 5 for Ed. 2 cards went to the bottom. Floodstrand getting cracked here to start the game for Yosef. Darth says, I'll say for all, I think everyone plays very tight. Only occasionally I see something that I would have done very differently, but it's also much easier to watch than it is to play. Yeah, we have, you know, being a spectator, sitting here in my comfortable chair watching other people play it's a lot harder to be sitting in the in the seat under the camera playing the match. That goes without saying. All right, there's a turn 1 Tameo. It resolves. Fatal Push takes out Tameo immediately. Went right after Tameo. Anyway, I guess a bunch of our local players have become fearless, formidable opponents, I guess I would say. And I think, in a lot of ways, the results speak for themselves. If you're in our Discord server, you see results from local events, regional events, Magic Online events even. A lot of our local players that you see playing on the streams are doing well at the competitive Legacy events. Part of the reason I started this channel in the first place because I thought we had such a crop of talented players, and thought it would be fun for people to watch. Cephalid Illusionist resolved. Here's a Ponder for Ed. Illusionist is a card you probably want to eliminate. If you get the chance. It's a combo piece.
I mean, yes, you can. I'm kidding. It's a joke. It's a joke.
Sorry. Fuck me up, man.
Sorry.
Ed is up a game in this top 8 match. Underground Sea Pass. In response to a Shuko or a No Man's Encore, we might see Ed try to eliminate this Illusionist if he has removal. Attack with the Illusionist, no blocks.
I haven't fetched.
Nadu. Force that. Pitching Ponder. I like countering Nadu. That card is just so powerful, as most of you already figured out. We started this match, and we were talking about a little bit on today's stream about the state of the Legacy metagame, and some people are upset with it. They're upset with Universes Beyond, all that stuff, whatever. I can tell you this though, to try to lift spirits even further. Like, the likelihood I go to one of the weekly events, whether it's FNM or we have Monday Night Legacy, and meet someone I never met before, and they're like, "Oh, I just finished my deck. This is my first Legacy event." It's almost like it feels sometimes like it's flip a coin at this point. Like, constantly seeing new people getting into Legacy. Bowmaster eliminates Illusionist there. Our local scene is growing. There's more and more people playing. I'm sure we've shed off some people too. Some people decided this game's not for me anymore. Okay, great. We don't need everyone to play Legacy for the entire rest of their life, right? I just don't feel like, we joke around about spreadsheets and stuff like that. But the metagame statistics, as not ideal as they may be, according to some, they can't really explain away the fact that we have a growing scene. And, I talked about tonight, FNM, they're giving away a Taiga to whoever finishes in first place. Things are going well. And I know it's a little bit anecdotal. I know it's just like, oh, well, that's our scene. Here in my other city, Legacy has died. Okay, well, I can only report on what I'm seeing. All right, we're going to surveil. Yusuf has a Tameo, has a Clue. There's a Bowmaster on the other side of the battlefield. Bowmaster can be pretty disruptive against the breakfast decks. They're trying to cantrip and play 1 toughness creatures. Thinking about the Surveil. All right, no blocks. Damage gets through. All right, now a Tameo on Ed's side. Joseph cracking the Clue with Bowmaster on the other side. The dog says, I miss Snapcaster Mage. I'm a Snapcaster Mage fan. It would be cool. I mean, I'm not here to comment on like the health of Standard, but it would be cool if Snapcaster Mage got a whole new life by being added to formats like Standard and Pioneer. Is Snapcaster on Arena? It must be, right? Actually, can't remember. It's probably in an anthology or something. I don't know. Or Innistrad Remastered or something like that, maybe? Nobody knows. Deem says, I miss Snapcastering Colgan's command. Yeah. Those were fun times.
Yeah. You know what they say? 33% of the meta is Reanimator. I hate it.
Thinking about this Ponder now as Yosef. Figuring it out.
It was like 2 years ago, I went to EW playing Reanimator, and then the very next year, I played Reanimator again. And each
Mr. Hart says I get to play 4-color Deathblade in Timeless, and it rules. You know, most days, a couple days a week, before I'm getting ready for bed, I'm watching some Timeless on YouTube. Format's fun to watch.
There's too many cards are not blue.
That was raging hard. Raging hard. I want to say that you cursed me out the first time and cursed me out the second time.
All right, here's a Nurse's Saga.
Yeah.
Turn 2 arc on me the first game.
Yeah, you just can't do anything.
Yeah.
And then half the time you're like, I'll dismember it, and then you're like, oh no, it's a 5/6 now. I literally can't.
Let me a lecture how lucky I was.
I mean, you're really...
Right, Tamiel's going to block Bowmaster here.
10 activations, you saw a Pyrogoy for a Bombardier, and I wouldn't block. Like, I couldn't find either one.
Well, I got crushed.
Oh, that's good. Someone did my artwork for me.
3/3 Orc Army will get through for some damage. Clue created by Tameo.
Yeah, but like this one.
There used to be a big deck back in the day with like Liliana and like Dark Confidant. It used to be like a really fun deck.
You're not calling it Deathpool Loan? You're not calling it Deathpool Loan? I could. Oh. But...
Killing you with Deadpool was epic.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Arch, definitely post that list in our Discord if you get a chance.
It's insane. I hate that.
I want to see it.
That's the coolest clone ever. We're not even a clone.
Yeah, it's similar to
3 cards in hand for Yusuf.
Yeah. I just had to choose any one of your creatures, basically. Power Whip is good.
This is probably something.
Yes, that looks like.
6/6 Murktide will help close out this game for sure. For Yosef, it might be go time. Like if you're gonna, if you're waiting around for Cavern of Souls to like perfectly protect your combo or whatever, we're out of time. You gotta try and win now.
Yeah.
At least it seems that way.
And then there's this one. Okay.
Saga takes up to 2, though. Meticulous Archive, surveilling. Nomads and Core thrown away.
There is 360 cards, 169 yellow occupation.
Teferi Time Raveler. That could be a way to stop Murktide, actually. Bounce Murktide here. Slows down the clock quite a bit. Bowmaster trigger. Deal a damage to Teferi. Well played here by both sides. Origami will grow, but now Yosef isn't facing lethal. And could potentially search up Shuko on the following turn, which could matter here. The Teferi bounce Murktide was huge. I thought Yosef drew the card, but I'm not sure. Okay, Tamio dies, chump block into 4/4 Orc Army. It still has to be careful here. A combo win is still very possible. Thoughtseize is pretty good. Nadu, Tamio, and some kind of fetch land revealed. Nadu has to be the choice here. Nadu is gone. That might have been a game-winning Thoughtseize. We'll see how this plays out. I mean, looking for Shuko. If Nadu or Illusionist was this card drawn, could be a different situation. Okay, Construct is created. Obviously, Yosef had a Tamio in hand, and a Construct just was made, so could potentially chump block a bit here, but... Let's see what Yosef finds.
What were you at? Sorry about that.
15, right? 15, yeah. Okay. Just want to double check.
Getting late in the day, my life counter, things are starting to die.
And there's like a 3 or 4 and 5. If you're playing with 3, 4, or 5, take the white ones and read face out on the the first
I want to tell that over now.
Okay, there's Shuko.
Alright, hold on. Let me finish reading for everything. Alright, wooden playing pieces. There are 5 family member discs, 4 stables, and 15 utensils. And each of the 5 this is the
The card game of the fucking Dungeons and Dragons for the cards.
Okay, Tamio, we knew about. Misty Rainforest, we knew about. So no combo, but has a blocker. The construct is a 3/2, which isn't bad. Orc Army and Tamio might be the only attackers here. If Ed has a removal spell, could weigh using it now. Alright, attacking with Tamio, attacking with the construct, make a clue.
How many cards? 3? 3.
I assume that's... I was just... There's you see how there's
Oh yeah, for sure. I agree with the
Alright, blockers are declared. No ninjutsu in Kaito. Construct dies. Clue gets cracked. It's still trying to close this out. One card in Yosef's hand. Once again, though, a Nadu or an Illusionist off the top of the deck, and Yosef steals this one. If they can't be stopped.
Yeah. No, those are bad.
Okay, now a Brainstorm. Okay. Tamio will flip.
It was like fun. I was watching her play. Yeah.
Stone, Gray Stone Counters.
Yeah, it was like King. Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing.
Yeah, these look like what they would be. And then there are yellow green counters, and then orange vegetable counters. There are ship tokens, wild four tokens, and okay. No, and then there's one starting player token. It's like a yellow color.
All right, that's a Marsh Flats. Plus Tamio. Potentially on the following turn, minusing Tamio to get Thoughtseize could be a play we see.
36 yellow fleas is labeled 1. Yeah, I was
Can I interest you in small cards?
9 multiplication markers. 3 clay markers.
Eyes really.
All right, looks like Yosef now is going to go for a Surveil and Hedge Maze. Surveil.
The game with a farming for living a simple food rounded up. During the course of the game, these families have abundant possibilities, so food will follow on to
No, I live in Jersey. Oh, okay.
fields and breeding their food. In each of the game's 4 turns, each of the player's family members may take exactly one action. They can generate resources such as players play, add more people to their family, and ensure that they are fed. Each round, each action can only be taken by one person. No, the terms person.
All right, Urza Saga into the trash. Don't need that. I think Yosef recognizes the situation he's in right now. Life total under threat. Needs to probably combo if we're going to win this game. Narcomoeba. All right, it's a blocker. Not much of an attacker with Tamio on the other side.
I'm terrible with training. I like knowing the lines and stuff like that. My wife is better at it because she works in the city, so she knows like all that stuff. But so it's easier when I have her with me. She like knows all the lines and stuff. It's super confusing.
So Narcomoeba has been equipped with Shuko.
I'm not ashamed to say that.
Azak with a very formal entry into the chat. Hello, how's it going? Not bad, not bad. You know, considering how bad Magic is right now and the game circling the drain, product fatigue, universes beyond, ruined everything. You know, the usual. A positive outlook.
On one side it's like on the other side you go around
Yeah, web slinging, exactly.
here is 6 stages, right? So at the end of each stage you have harvest, and then it tells you what you can draw for each stage. And you have to do a variety of things. I don't know what the things are, but like throw sheep.
Yeah,
it's important to do all of them. Don't go all in on one thing. You want to do all the different things.
All right, brainstorm for Ed.
We'll play some combat. So we have this like this. This is not right.
That's yeah, that looks on the side.
It's like consider.
Next to that.
Proven T with a question: when will we stop making new mechanics and bring back horsemanship? Oh, what card gave horsemanship in recent years? There was a cool card they made. Oh man, what was it? I'm blanking.
These are placing.
They brought back horsemanship in a cool way, but I can't remember exactly what it was. Roland's getting it wrong. Chris the Horseman.
Directions players should do. On each of the two buildings
Alright, yeah,
facing
we're keeping
the
this one.
corner,
This one's got.
players
This one's actually
they must place
You wanna keep
a
this?
hut moon tile, which I want to say is
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna play too.
Does it? I mean, in the blind.
Oh, that has those.
Was that the one? The girl in the fireplace? I don't remember that one. But maybe that's the one? I don't know.
No, I mean, like, the hand's still good.
Oh yeah, I see. These are like the huts.
Herald of Hoofbeats? Other knights have horsemanship? Was that the one? Sun Quan is old. That was in Portal 3 Kingdoms. That's an OG.
We need this to be on this side.
Anyway. Horsemanship showing up here and there is pretty cool.
Let him get the
Not that way.
well, let him keep it. You know, Chris is saying.
You know what? We're still in this game 2 battle of Yosef just trying not to have his life total get to 0. And Yosef, and Ed rather, very carefully trying to get across the finish line, but also keep defenses up. Which can be tricky against these breakfast decks. Okay, going for Murktide Regent.
Yeah.
My worry is that like this might be a more reduced player.
Yeah, we posted about the NYT channel.
Rolling with a question, did Shadow or Horsemanship come first? I think Shadow came out first. I think. Shadow was in Tempest. Portal 3 Kingdoms didn't show up until like 1999, maybe? Or 1990... Yeah, I don't remember. Portal 1, I think, was in 96. Yeah, Portal 3 Kingdoms was 99.
Have like a
And on each of the two buildings facing players, first place a wooden hut moon tile.
Sometimes I do, sometimes I'll be pot.
Wooden playing.
Sometimes I just get home and like I forgot one. And then you can't access the hut.
Dude, sometimes
6/6 Murktide on Ed's side is going to deal a lot of damage, obviously. Tamio attacks. Murktide willing to block. Trying to kill this thing. Brainstorm to flip it.
4 of them? Is there 4 of them?
There's a Bowmaster on the other side.
Okay.
But which side do we put it on?
The wood side.
We get 2 of those?
Yes. The wooden hut moon tile is what it says.
Yeah, there's 24.
Okay.
I'll take 2 of those.
So which side is wooden, which side is wood?
Play the orange side.
Okay, so what is the place the wooden side?
this first that flips first, or that can't.
Oh, they're all just the same.
Yeah.
So my trigger goes on the stack first. Yours resolves.
In each one of these rooms, one of their family members. Illustration.
Active player, non-active player. Yosef is the active player, so the Bowmaster triggers will resolve first, so we can kill Tamio before it flips.
Yes,
Well played here. Both players understand what's going on. Orc army grows to 7/7. Yosef's going to fetch.
One of their family members. The remaining players, additional family members, and since the staples must remain in the back for now or place to the side. Sort the remaining houses and hot tiles, and the rest of the
loan for no card, just to hopefully get some more.
I mean,
We have
it's
for the
not
most
the
part,
best, right?
right? We just have to find a place to put all of it.
Those are probably the non-necessary actions we haven't kind of added, right?
Yeah, that's why I'm waiting for that. Cards. Sort the cards according to the color of the reverse.
Yosef is in major trouble right now, as you can see. 7 life, 2 creatures on the other side with 6+ power, plus a Bowmaster. Tamio's at 6 loyalty. 1 card in Yosef's hand, it looks like.
Which are
Looks like Ed's holding 3.
Cards which are here. The gray begging cards.
Crack a clue, try to combo is a possibility. But it's not looking good.
And F is summary cards. Which are not one of the functions. Sort the blue round cards according to the stage of the game. Shuffle a small pile and place piles on top of each other with the cards.
Okay, going for the cracking of the clue. Bowmaster will deal another damage, this time to Yosef. And we did not find the combo. GG's. Ed gets it, moved on to top 4. Well played. Good match. Good match. Oh boy. I don't know if the people of the chat, the people of the YouTube comments, the people of the Discord are ready for this. Look at this deck, everybody. That's awesome. Wow. Wow. Okay. Stick around, everybody, for a raid. Thanks for tuning in today. If you're not in the Discord, join the Discord. Links are all over the place for that. I'll see everybody really soon. Stick around for the raid. Say hello on the way in. Peace out.
I feel like I want another forest here.